What's up YouTube, it's themthatgots with another video. This time I have with me my Hasbro Marvel Legends Wave 4 Hit Monkey Wolverine. I saw these things at Hit at certain stores, so I went ahead and ordered them. I got a great deal on them. I only paid $16 plus $5 shipping, which is a fantastic deal. You know, I work at Toys R Us and they're $19.99 brand new at my store, so why not pay an extra dollar and get them early? So he's here. He came yesterday, the same day as my Archangel. I did that figure review, so I figure I might as well just do Wolverine and get him out of the way. This is a fantastic figure. I absolutely love him. I do kind of wish we could get a new Wolverine with this mold that's tailored more for the brown and yellow, or even the tiger stripe yellow costume from the 90s. I hope we do, because this is a great mold, even though it shares some of the same body parts as the older molds that those costumes came in. But what makes this so great, is the face sculpt is just flawless. He's got a perfect Wolverine grimace on his face, and I love the horns here that aren't too big and out of control, and they actually have some nice detailed lines in there. I don't know if you can see, but I absolutely love this face sculpt. It even has the line that goes up the middle for the seam in the mask. That's accurate to the comics. The other thing that I love about this figure is that, it just has fists, which I always wish all Wolverines would just come with fists. He doesn't really need to hold anything. Most of the Toy Biz and Hasbro versions before have that clamping finger, which is okay. I kind of like it to be open, I guess, but if it's going to be one of two things, either with the articulation or the fist, I would just like the fist. I think it's more characteristic of Wolverine. Another great thing is these claws, which look nice and straight, even though this one looks a little bit bent. But you can kind of mess with them and get them looking nice and straight. And they're removable, which is amazing. I really like that they're removable. I also like this boot sculpt, even though this obviously would not work for the tiger stripe or the brown costume, because he has those horned things on the boots in that costume. But otherwise, this is probably the best Wolverine that they've released. He does have the same torso as the past few Wolverines, as the Toy Biz Series 6 brown costume and of the Hasbro Red Hulk series, the yellow costume Wolverine. But everything else is new, I think. The shoulders might be the same too. I think the arms are new. I'm not sure. I'll have to research that. The only gripe I have about this figure, which is probably only on mine, is that if you look in this ball joint here, it's not painted in one little section. If you look right here, there's black coming through, which kind of bugs me, but you can't really tell when he's just sitting on a shelf, so it's not too bad. Otherwise, just look at this sculpt. It's just amazing. Especially up in here, the muscle definition is awesome. Like I said, I love the boots. Doesn't have any tread on the bottom, but he does have this nice detailed tread going along the sides with the buckles going up the leg. And I had said in my Archangel review that I never use calf swivel. I do like it on the booted figures. It only bugs me when it's just like a character that doesn't have a boot, like Archangel or like Spider-Man, say. But when it has the boots actually on the character, it's a nice little seamless piece of articulation, so that's good. So to get into articulation, he's got the new Hasbro ball joint with the disc on it, which gives him a full range of motion, which is nice because I like to get Wolverine in these kind of crouching poses, so he can still look forward there, or you can get him looking down pretty good to get him in that kind of condescending arched back tone look, but there's not really many characters that are shorter than Wolverine, so you can't really do that with him very often. I usually have him crouching, looking up like that. But it does have the same torso, like I said, of some of the older Wolverines, so it's got the nice joint there that goes back and forth and swivels, and it also has a waist swivel, which I don't mind the diaphragm joint, but I hate it when they do a diaphragm joint with no waist swivel. It's nice that this one has both. It has the added articulation here. I heard someone call it butterfly articulation. I don't know if that's a technical term, but it's a good way to describe it. So the arm can go in and out like that, and then it has a regular ball joint that goes up and down, in and out, and it kind of does have a ratchet on there. It's got the bicep swivel. There's a double joint at the elbows. Doesn't have a glove cut there, but he does have a swivel at the hand and a disc joint that allows the fist to go in and out. It's got the waist swivel, like I said. It has the new T-crotch. This one goes out a lot further to the side than Archangel does. I don't really know why that is. I'd kind of like to study them and see there. I wish the Archangel went out this far, but I mean, how often are you really going to pose your figure with the legs straight out like this? But it does go in and out as far as you want. It goes back and forth, and then you can do the little swivel at the upper thigh to get him kind of crouched. However, you do have to split that silver paint job there. A lot of people do it with the silver on top, which is a lot more noticeable when you do that, like that. When I have him crouched, I put it with the black on top. I think it's a lot less distracting, looks a lot better, so I do it that way. And then he's got double jointed knees for a nice range there. Like I said, he's got that swivel at the top of the boot. He has regular back and forth ankle articulation, and the beautiful Hasbro rocker that I've come to love. I wish all Marvel Legends figures had this. It's just so perfect, and it looks so natural when you get him in those poses. Other than that, that's about it for the figure. The paint looks awesome. It's got this nice silver and tealish kind of paint that matches the Warpath from the old 2-pack. The Archangel doesn't have the blue in it, but it has that metallic silver from the Comic-Con pack. It looks good. Everything matches really well to all the other figures they've released in these X-Force costumes. And I guess I'll show you these claws and how they come out here. It's actually really easy. You have to kind of pull up on them, like kind of back a little bit this way, but you pull them back and they pop right out, just like that. See, that one came right out. There you go. So they pop right out, and it looks great without them. There are these little cracks in there, but you don't really notice them. So, you know, it's nice for relaxed poses, just having him stand there with his claws in, you know. And then when you want to get him in some action poses, you just put them right back in, and they're not hard to do. A little harder to put them in than they are to take out. But you can see I already have that one in there. I have big hands, so I have a hard time playing with these small items like this, but you got kind of put it in right at the base, and it snaps in, and you kind of pull it back forward, and they stay in nicely. There you go. And then you can kind of, like I said earlier, manipulate them so that they look perfect, and they keep their straightness. They never, you know, warp in like this and get stuck all like this like all the old Toy Biz ones do. They're just perfect claws. I hope every Wolverine has this from here on out. It just looks great. So that's it for my Wolverine review. Just one last look at him. Not in a cool pose because I messed them all up showing you the articulation. But again, like I said, he's a beautiful figure. I recommend everyone go out and get him. He might be easier to find. I think he's 2 per case with the new Legends, so he might be an easier to find character, but he is Wolverine, so, you know, he might sell out quickly just because he's Wolverine. But overall, great figure. Like I said, go get him. Hope you enjoyed my review. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.